till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on James Morgan and the New York Jets.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led by their second-year man from Florida International. It's James Morgan.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
Well, off of a play fake, here's Morgan. Airing one out for Crowder, and that is caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. It's a big play that time by the Jets. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Morgan looks to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh,
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fuller run show Fatukasi in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Deshaun Watson, and when you think about the toughest quarterbacks in the league to game plan against, he's got to be in your top 5, does he not?
and when you talk about game planning, putting him in the top 5, that's an easy call because he can make every throw. That's not an issue at all. He has great touch delivering the football, but that mobility, that added dimension, when he escapes the pocket and those receivers find their way open, short, medium, and long, he finds the right guy. And last but not least, his toughness. He can stand in the pocket, take a hit, and deliver.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Morgan. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Oh, why are we doing this? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a give to Carter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Set to throw is Morgan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Texans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's complete to Golden Tate. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Watson got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. From the 50, it's Watson. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
3 yards the gain there, second down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Here's Watson. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here now the punter Martin, booming this one away. Crowder now to return. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Now they try the right side here. Pushes him over, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Morgan to throw. They'll roll him out right. That's to the veteran tight end Carter Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, Carter Landry maybe doesn't have the speed he once had in his Longhorn days, but he showed a nice little burst after that catch.
Almost like he had a little bit of a throwback there, huh, partner? Because while he was never really a burner, he did have the ability to outrun linebackers. And here, as you described, he looked like the 2014 Carter Landry, and he rumbled for a big gain.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Morgan. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch.